What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Gridiron Greats online CFM for Madden 21 and the PlayStation 4. Guys, we made it. We're in the Super Bowl of Season 1. We had a hell of a season, a very active season. I think every game, almost every week, we advanced early. Very few sims. It was, like I said, just a hell of a season. And here we are. We're going to end it with one heck of a matchup, as we have the New England Patriots, owned by Craig MC12, taking on the Washington Football Team, owned by BWM130, your head commissioner and owner of the league. It should be a great game. I'm not sure that any of our predictions had this matchup. I'm not sure if either one of these teams were picked to even represent their respective conferences in the Super Bowl, but we were all wrong. So let's take a look here at the matchup here. We'll take a look at each team's schedule and see kind of how their season went and how they got here. Starting off with the football team here. So you can see they actually started off very nicely. They won their first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they started off 5-0 here, beating some. I don't know. Maybe it was their schedule or what. But anyway, they took care of business right off the bat. Then they really ran into a funk here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that's just 5. Sorry, guys. 1, 2. Yeah. So 5 losses in a row. So he goes from 5-0 to 5-5, and things aren't looking too good there. But he's able to turn it around. And you can see here that he only loses one more game for the rest of the season, and ends up with a 10-6 record. I believe he ended up with the 6th seed in the wild card, or at that wild card spot there. And then we get into the postseason here. He's able to take care of his division rival, the Cowboys, who actually won the division over him. And then he upset the number 1 seed, Green Bay Packers, and freak out. And then I guess another upset again. I guess all 3 of these were upsets in terms of seeds. And then in your conference championship game, he took care of business against Biz. Ended up putting the hurt on him in the 4th quarter there. It was a very close game up until like the last 3 minutes, and then it kind of got out of hand with some pick sixes and things like that. But so he had an up and down season, but towards the end of the year here, after that 5-game losing streak, he's really been on a roll. And let's go ahead and take a look at his stats, because I think what we're going to see here is that his defense is really what is carrying him on here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the team stats. We'll go and look. My bad, guys. He's in the NFC East. Here we go, the football team. So you look, offensive wise, you know what? He's not putting up a lot of yards, anything like that. I guess let's just go ahead and check out the whole NFL here, and see, we're gonna have to go quite a ways down here to look at his offense. Looks like he's got 2,800 passing yards, which is probably on the lower end. 1,600 rushing yards, so that's pretty good. Pretty balanced offense. Scores about 24 points a game. 28 passing touchdowns. So nothing super impressive on the offensive side of the ball. We'll go ahead and take a look at player stats in a little bit here. But how about this? He's got the number 2 total defense in the league this year. Let's take a look points-wise. Yeah, right there. He's 4th in giving up points. Just a solid defensive performance all the way around. I think he leads the league in team sacks. He sure does. So he gets after the quarterback with Chase Young and Montez Sweat. And then on the back end here, he's got 33 interceptions as well. So definitely a defensive-minded team. And guys, I don't know, people who know this, do these continue with the? Are these just regular season stats? I would assume they are. But he's got like a top 10 rush defense. He's got the second best pass defense. which is super impressive. He's got guys like Troy Apke and others in that secondary. But just like I said, just an all-around a very good defensive team. Let's go ahead and look at some of his players. See some specific individual stats here. All right, so yeah, he made a trade and he took Baker Mayfield. 26 picks, 26 touchdowns, 29 interceptions. Now, some of those were probably with the Browns user and Widow. So I would assume he's probably got a positive touchdown to interception ratio with Baker Mayfield. But I mean, he's not lighting up the scoreboard, right? Only 176 passing yards a game. But I think what we'll find here is he's efficient on offense and he likes to control the ball. Rushing, though, he's killed it with DeAndre Swift. I know people are saying, why Magda? Why would you trade a rookie running back? I didn't even give him a chance. You're damn right I didn't, and I'm not sorry for it. I wanted Austin Eckler. I got Austin Eckler. I did well with Austin Eckler. I shored up my defensive line, and I traded away DeAndre Swift. But Brian's done a great job here with DeAndre Swift. We'll look into the season awards later. He might have won Offensive Rookie of the Year with him. Let's see who he likes to throw the ball to. He's, we'll see this a lot with teams. The running backs, their number one pass catcher. It's just how Madden is built this year. The deep ball doesn't work that much. So when everybody's guarding that, everybody's running their cover 3, cover 4. Why not throw to the running back? But other than that, he does spread it around nicely. He's got Emmanuel Hall with 47, Terry McLaurin with 41. I mentioned Swift with 63, and then Logan Thomas with 54. So he's got 4 guys right here with over 40 catches. And he spreads it out in the touchdowns as well. So 8, 7, and 6. So when he gets down to the red zone, right, he doesn't seem like he has just this one go-to guy. So you can't really just focus on one guy here. Let's take a look at the defense here. I mentioned Apke, and he's got 10 interceptions with Troy Apke. Just an absolute monster back there. A very fast free safety. Made a nice trade and picked up Devin White. I'm sure that he has usured him very nicely and has 5 picks with him. Landon Collins has 4 picks. Ronald Darby, a nice pickup for them in the offseason. I believe. I don't believe that was a trade. Sorry, guys, I don't really know my NFL knowledge. But 4 picks there. Look at this guy, Fabian Morrow. I hope I didn't mess up that name. 7 picks. Kendall Fuller, 2. So a lot of guys in his secondary making plays for him. Let's take a look at the sacks. Montez Sweat, 18.5. And I'm pretty sure that is your league leader. And I personally like this because 18.5 is a good season in the NFL in real life. So this is a good season. We're not seeing 40, 45, 50 like we were last year. Now, I do think the latest patch kind of helped pass rush a little bit. So I think maybe next season we'll see these sacks go up again. But hopefully they're not in the 40s and 50s like they were all last year. And then Chase Young, rookie season, had a nice year with 9 sacks. Deron Payne, 3.5. Jonathan Allen. This by far has to be the best front 4 in the game. It just does, right? It's obviously Sweat's a beast, and I think he got him up to. Let's take a look if he got him up to. Yeah, he's a superstar now. Chase Young is a superstar. Chase Young is an X Factor. Excuse me. So he's got at least 2 superstars coming off the edge. Deron Payne is a star. Jonathan Allen is a star. Right? I think they used to call this like Alabama U on defense. It's just a very good front. Let's take a look at his leading tackler, Troy Apke. So we mentioned him earlier. He's just a beast. A very solid player. Let's take a look at the kicking game because it could come down to kicking and who can make the field goals or who can. Punting is a huge aspect. Look at that. He's 14 of 15. So he's had a really good, hasn't had to kick a lot of field goals, but he's very accurate. So that could come into play here. We'll take a look at kick returns. Nothing special, but I didn't. If you have a kick return this season, let me know. I'll put it in a highlight tape. Nothing too special with the punt return. So there is Coach Brian. and his Washington football team. So now let's take a look at his opponents, the Patriots and Craig. And I need to be the first to say that for some reason I've always underlooked this guy, and I don't know why. He has won, excuse me guys, he has won multiple Super Bowls in the past. I think it was Madden 19 where he won 2. And he's always in the playoffs. Last year he was in a really good division with Tripp and Roland. And at times one year we had a really good Dolphins guy. So he's always played tough. He's always been in a real good division. And like I said, he's won Super Bowls. And this year, he was your AFC number 1 seed. Let's take a look at his season. You can see here a whole lot of W's. Started off nicely, right? And he played what is arguably the best division in the AFC West, and he went 4-0. So that right there tells you right there that this guy is good. He beat the Chiefs. Raiders is a good player. Chiefs is a good player. Broncos is good. This right here was eye-opening. 49ers, as we just saw, they were in the conference championship, and he just absolutely stomped them. Going down here, he finally took a loss to the Rams, and the Rams really put it on towards the end of the year. They turned it up, just ended up missing the playoffs by a game. And then lost again to the Bills, the division game. You know, those are always tough. And maybe the Bills was starting to figure some stuff out. He was kind of in sell mode. He made a lot of trades, a lot of maybe eye-opening trades there. I don't know. But anyway, so that's his season right there, 14-2. A great season, and that gave him the number 1 seed. Now let's take a look at his work in the postseason. Beat Warren pretty bad in the divisional round. Warren was some people's pick, probably mine. I either picked him or Cobb, I don't remember. But either way, he beat Warren pretty soundly. And then probably the best game that I've seen this year in Gridiron Greats was his game against the Chiefs. It was back and forth. The Chiefs took a lead, I think, with under a minute to go, or around a minute to go, after he hit like a 97-yard bomb. But all the Patriots did was calmly move the ball down the field. And with like 8 seconds to go, he ran a play. It was kind of iffy on if he should just kick the field goal, because he didn't have any timeouts, or he was going to take one more shot, and then if he didn't get it, kick the field goal. Either way, he made an absolutely great read, found a guy in the end zone, touchdown, and he won that game 26-22. And then he's moving on now, obviously, to play the Washington football team. So let's take a look at his stats here, see what has worked for him. I think we're going to see another pretty solid defensive performance and another solid rushing attack. So let's go ahead. Let's take a look at where he's at on the offensive side of the ball. All right, so he's in the top 15 of total offense. Yeah, he's had a really good, 3,200 yards is pretty decent, 1,700 yards. So a little more impressive of an offense than we've seen from the Washington football team. Scores about 30 a game. So nothing too shabby there. Let's take a look at his defense. Looks like he does, top 15 defense. Doesn't give up a whole lot of yards. Let's take a look here. Points, though. He does have the number 1 rated team in far of defensive points given up. So that right there tells you all you need to know about why he is in why he's in the Super Bowl. So let's take a look at some team stats here. Obviously, he's got Cam Newton, 24 touchdowns and 19 picks. Now, some of you are probably like, that's not too great. But, guys, let me tell you, with the stats that we've had throughout the league, this is a good year. It is. After towards the end here, we might look at other, like the league's touchdown to interception ratio. And guys who have actually thrown a decent amount of passes, there's probably only a few that have more touchdowns than interceptions. Rushing, look at this. He's got this rookie I've never even heard of, Raymond Calais out of UL Lafayette. He's a Raging Cajun. 1,000 rushing yards with him, 13 touchdowns. James White came in, averaging 7.5 yards a carry. Sony Michel, look, he doesn't even use Sony Michel. I don't know if he got hurt and maybe he just found something. But look at that. Anybody with at least, other than Cam Newton, anybody with at least 30 carries is averaging about 6 yards a carry, if not more. That's super impressive. So he looks at it, he's like, okay, he's not averaging a whole lot of yards a game, but every time he's running the ball, he's getting 6 yards. That's good. I don't need to tell you guys that. Passing wise, wow, he doesn't have like a go-to stud receiver that he's just forcing the ball to. It looks like Damier, is that Bird out of South Carolina? Sorry guys, I don't know names. I pay very little attention to the NFL, so I apologize. Who the fuck is this guy? 47 catches, 9 touchdowns. This guy, every time I've seen the Patriots play this year, he's got 1 or 2 times a game where he just runs wide open down the seam. Had it happen against Warren, and had a huge catch against the Chiefs. So Dalton Keene, rookie out of Virginia Tech, looks like a nice little strapping young man there. N'Keal Harry, I do know him from Arizona State, 26. So nobody with super impressive stats. Maybe he likes to go to this guy down in the end zone with 9 touchdowns. Let's go ahead and take a look at the defensive side of the ball. We're going to go to interceptions. Stephon Gilmore, and if I had to guess, people probably stopped throwing his way. And, 10 is a good year. Nothing to sleep on, but he probably could get more. Stephon Gilmore is an absolute monster in this game. And then another 16 pass deflections. So just insane. Let's take a look at sacks. Adam Butler, 9, 5, 4.5, 4. So gets some pressure. Let's take a look at the leading tacklers. Josh Uche out of Michigan. All right. Let's see. One thing I didn't look at with Coach Brian, and I apologize, is forced fumbles. Not forcing a whole lot of fumbles. I know Chase Winovich out of Michigan. Looks like he's got 4, 5, 6, 7, just 7 as a team. So, both these guys' stats are pretty similar. They have a solid defense. I think they're. I would say Coach Brian has the edge in the front 7, but even with Apke, probably the edge in the secondary goes to the Patriots with Stephon Gilmore. So let's do this real quick. Congratulations to you guys. We are going to they're going to play. I think it's going to be 6 p.m. Central tonight. It should be a great game, and just hope, best of luck to both of you guys. You had a hell of a season, and just hoping for a good game. But real quick here, let's just go over the yearly awards. And here we go. Look at this, guys. MVP is a rookie running back out of Wisconsin, Jonathan Taylor. Roland just had a phenomenal season with Taylor, and he ends up winning the MVP. It was a really close race. We have another rookie, Evans, out of I don't know. I don't know. Appalachian State, maybe. Yeah. Yes, I think so. But anyway, look at that. The top 4 MVP vote getters were all running backs this season. Aaron Jones with a good season. Austin Eckler, my running back. Matt Ryan. There you see a quarterback, and then Joe Burrow, super impressive with those 2 guys. Saquon, DeAndre Swift, Phillip Lindsay, Todd Gurley. So look at that. Running backs owned the MVP race this year. Let's take a look at your coach of the year, Craig McMaster, Beast Bailey and Roland, Philip Mahomes and the Chiefs, Steve Young, Christian Guzman, Jim James, King Latifah, Quintoris Jones, Wilma Fingerdew. It will do. It will do well, Zach. And then Sean Mack. Always interesting to see some guys' names. And if they come up, Philip Mahomes, that's catchy. King Latifah instead of Queen Latifah, and then Wilma Fingerdew. I'd have never heard that. I like that one, Zach. All right, let's switch it on over to the AFC. Obviously, since he won MVP, he's going to win your Offensive Player of the Year. Same thing with Evans. He'll get second. Excuse me, guys. Got a cough here. All right, we're back. Philip Lindsay, Henry Ruggs. Okay, we got some receivers making the mix here. John Ross, Joe Burrow, Kerryon Johnson, Devin Singletary, Raymond Calais, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Always interesting to see. So in the AFC, they think John Ross had a better season for Offensive Player of the Year, but he wasn't in the MVP mix, but Joe Burrow was. Always interesting to see what they do with this. Defensive Player of the Year, Shaquem Griffin. That would be the guy with only one hand, right? I know the other Griffin is a cornerback, right? I believe. Hopefully I didn't get those two mixed up. Minka Fitzpatrick, Kevin Byard, Adoree Jackson. Look at that. Titans getting two guys right here in the top 5. Josh Uche. Again, I hope I did not mess up your name. Kenneth Murray, a rookie out of Oklahoma for your Bolts. Julian Blackmon, I think another rookie maybe. Jonathan Abram, Jesse Bates, and Kareem Jackson. Okay, obviously Taylor's just racking up, and he's going to win running back of the year, and Evans is getting second in every category to him. But your rookies, hey, Cole McDonald came in after Mahomes went down, had a good season. Tyree Jackson isn't a rookie, that doesn't count. Justin Herbert and Chanel Jr. Laviska. All right, here we go. Defensive Rookie of the Year, you got your Patriots, and then Kenneth Murray, Blackmon, Willie Gay, Ashton Davis. Must have been a trade there. He's a Jet. Patrick Queen, Tanner Muse. All right. So there we go. Quarterback should be Burrow, and then Tyree Jackson. Probably some names you're like, huh? But we'll go over that. We'll look into the season stats and see why. The stats don't look good for quarterbacks this year, guys. Myself included. Best running back, no surprise there. We got Le'Veon Bell getting into the conversation. Best receiver, Henry Ruggs. Dude is a stud. Dude is a cheat code. He's like 98 speed. Stephon Diggs. Tyreek Hill. Hey, there you go. Brashad Perriman. I remember like 4 years ago, he was everybody's like pickup. Like, hey, this dude's like 90. He's fast, and he's always a free agent. And that's because he sucks in real life. Best O-line. Look at that. The Patriots are dominating. They have 3 in the top 10. Best D-line, Calais Campbell. Hey, my Chargers. Not really me, but I'm a Charger fan. Melvin Ingram. And Joey Bosa. There we go. Obviously, if he won Defensive Player of the Year, he should win his position. DB, Kevin Byard. Man. 10 picks and 16 breakups, and you get 6th. We're going to have to take a look at some stats here. Best kicker, Matt Gay. All right, quickly go over the NFC. We'll start with Offensive Player of the Year. It's your boy, Austin Eckler. And again, you can see it's just filled with... we have 2 receivers and the rest, 1 quarterback and the rest running backs. Defensive Player of the Year, Isaiah Simmons, 93 speed, freak. There we go. We got Troy Apke making an appearance. Offensive Rookie of the Year, I was correct. Swift won that, so you're welcome, Brian. Cam Akers, there we go. CeeDee Lamb, Ayak, or whatever tight end. Hey, Jalen Hurts. All right, Puffy using Jalen Hurts on the season. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Isaiah Simmons. Chase Young is up there. Your boy, Jeff Okuda. Best QBs, Matt Ryan. I can attest to that. The Falcons always has a good passing game. Man, we have my guy's up there. I don't know how. So I won Offensive Player of the Year, but I lost Running Back of the Year. Maybe the game's taken into consideration that I had a lot of pass catches. I don't know. Either way, congrats, Aaron Jones. We can see there. Todd, you got in there. These 2 guys should be towards the top. You guys need to do better. Best receiver, Julio Jones, Deshaun Jackson, Devontae Adams. Michael Thomas, DJ Moore, Cooper Kupp, all those guys. Look at that. Cowboys O-line dominating. And yeah, Eagles got a few guys up there. Best D lineman, Montez Sweat. Duh. And Chase Young's got one there, so he's got 2 of the top 10 D linemen in the conference there. Best linebacker, Deion Jones, fast and a hit stick machine. Best DB, Isaiah Simmons, Troy Apke's right there. And then best kicker, I guess since I have to settle for field goals so much. Either way, so those are your stats now, those are your awards. Okay. One thing before we go here, guys, this is a lot longer than I thought it would be. I was just going to do like maybe a 10-minute preview of the Super Bowl. If you guys are still watching, appreciate it. All right, so here we go. Quarterbacks. Good season with Joe Burrow, 4,300 yards. That's your leading in terms of yards. Touchdowns. Matt Ryan with 45, 42. But here's where we're just gonna see some astronomical numbers, guys. 56 interceptions, 51, 49, 48, 47. Look at that. I mean, 10 guys with 40 or more, 2 guys with 50 or more. These are all records. There's just, and so this high of numbers, it's probably on the user. When you just throw that many, right? But I mean, when we look across, let's see who has like the actual best touchdown to interception ratio. It's got to be Matt Ryan. Let's count how many actually have more touchdowns than interceptions. 1, 2. That's a tie. 3, 4. Oh, I missed one. 5. There you go, Roland. 6, 7, 7? Oh, wow. I don't know, guys. We need to get better. All of us. All of us. So this is just crazy stats. One thing that I've really liked this season is, let me go to team stats for this, is I think fumbles are down. Fumbles and sacks. Last year, if you had certain guys, anytime you got a hit stick, they caused a fumble. Now, right now, the Cowboys are leading with 12 fumble recoveries. That is a realistic stat. I love that. I guarantee last Madden, we had multiple teams in the 20s. So, I love that. I think the sacks are good. I think we'll probably start to see them go up a little bit. But guys, that's all I have for this Super Bowl preview and kind of a recap of the season. I'm going to try to do an interview with both these coaches, and that'll be a separate video as well. Maybe one or two of them I can do live. But it was a good season. I think we're going to have a great game tonight. I'm not going to make a prediction. Brian's got to stop the running attack of the Patriots, because the Washington football team, they want to control the ball, they want to control the clock. And if you can't stop the other team's run, you can't really do that. So if he can stop the run and make the Patriots one-dimensional, he's got a really good shot at winning. And then for the Patriots, again, if he's able to play his game, he looks like he wants to run the ball and be balanced. If he's able to do that, then I think he might take it. But anyone's game. Good luck to both of you, and thank you guys for signing on or hanging out with me. Signing off, MacDub. Peace.